Hello YouTube, it's me Bobcat1939. I was not expecting this chapter today. To be completely honest, I had no idea it was today. But it's very convenient because I don't think I would have been able to do the video tomorrow. So it's all worked out very well. Anyway, to the chapter. Battle. Wow. What? So much battle. I was hoping for the lore flashback to continue, but that was too much to hope for. But what we did get was just as good. We've got progress, things are happening. Dellinger is a complete beast. There is no mercy at all from Dellinger or the other executives. At the start of the chapter, they're just going ham, taking out everyone. Don Chinzhao gets like exploded when he's trying to climb up the wall. All the different Colosseum fighters are just being beaten by the executives, really. And then we go to the Smile Factory, where the dwarves are being like told that they've got to continue working, got to keep making smiles as fast as you can. They want to know what the earthquake was, and then all of a sudden they see some writing in the sky, and there was a brilliant plan by the dwarves, I've got to admit. Open the door from the inside. So the writing is like made out of bumblebees, and it says like, "Oh, you've been tricked. Open the door from the inside. You've been deceived. Fight." And then the dwarves are just there like, "What? Doflamingo deceived us. If there's one thing we know, our friends never lie." And so they start beating up the people inside the factory, and there's no one, I don't think, powerful inside the factory, so the dwarves will make quick work of them and be out in no time. Then we get like a shot to the other half of the island, where some of the citizens have been tied up. They were attacking people, but now they can't because they've been restrained, and they're like, "We need to stop this. If we don't, everyone's going to die." Someone says, "We found King Rico and God Usopp." And so the citizens now of Dressrosa are going to team up and go after God Usopp and King Riku. Usopp, who's badly damaged, and Riku, who's like old. So whether they'll be captured, and they're not going to want to fight back against the citizens, especially King Riku. So the citizens are going to try and capture Riku and Usopp. I'm not sure what's going to happen there. Then we go back to Luffy and Cavendish. And Cavendish is saying, "Look, we just need to get to the top as fast as we can." And then all of a sudden, Kiros appears on the back of the horse, and they're like, "When did you get here?" And so they have like a small conversation. Cavendish is telling Kiros to get off the horse. It can only carry 2 people. Well, it can carry more than 2 people, but if it carries 2 people, it can run more beautifully. And it's carrying 4 people at the minute: Cavendish, Luffy, Law, and Kiros. And so Kiros is just like, "Is my daughter okay? Is she in enemy territory? You need to be looking after her." And Luffy's like, "Don't worry, she's with my friends." And so then, as we approach the end of the chapter, and it was fairly short chapter really, because a lot of it was kind of fighting, and I'm pretty sure I'm not missing anything. Oh yeah, Bellamy, that was the other thing. Bellamy's at the top, and he's like saying to Doflamingo, "Yo, why you betraying me like this? Why you do this?" Doflamingo's there like, "Look, we had different goals. You wanted to be a pirate, I wanted to wreck the world." I mean, they're pretty similar if you ask me. So anyway, back to the end of the chapter. Luffy, Law, Cavendish and Kiros, they're going up to the top, and all of a sudden you just get this beautiful 2-page spread, and this is why I love One Piece. Moments like this, everyone working together, all the Colosseum fighters making a path for Luffy, and just being like working together and saying, "Okay, Straw Hat, you got to get to the top. Cavendish, get into the top. We're working together." And the executives are like, "What? They're enemies? Why are they working together?" Dogma's like, "I'm the tactician. I make people work together," sort of thing. Dellinger comes, bam, gets Dagma right in the stomach, but Dagma's just unfazed. He just grabs him and is like, "Quick, go!" And that's pretty much how it ends, with Cavendish and Luffy just like ploughing through loads of Doflamingo workers, fighters, whatever you want to call them, underlings. And that's how it ends. So I don't know what we're going to get next chapter. It's probably going to be a continuation from this, with Luffy and Cavendish going up to the top. We might get some more fight scenes. Hopefully we'll get some Zoro versus Pika, maybe some Fujitora versus Sabo. We just don't know. Every time we try and say what we think we're going to get, we don't get it. Again, I would like to see the lore flashback, but we'll just have to wait a bit longer, it looks. Anyway, yeah, that's it for me. Tell me what you thought of the chapter. Again, follow me on Instagram. I did another picture this week, this time for Tokyo Ghoul. And I like how it turned out. So yeah, go and check that out on Instagram. Links in the description. And I will see you next week. Yeah, next week. I will definitely see you next week. The week after that I'm away. So yeah, I'll see you next week, guys. Ta-ra.